With how short this game is, it could be just a mention in one of my bite-sized episodes, and it will be because I'm quite obsessed. But I thought it deserved its own little video. Creature Kitchen is a cooking simulator game where you move into a mysterious house deep in the woods to look after the critters that live nearby. From the previous person who took care of them, you receive a couple of encouraging notes and a photo album along with a camera. Each album spread contains a hint about your potential new friend, and when you manage to snap a picture of them, the album reveals their favorite snacks and dishes. A lot of rooms in the house are locked, and many of the kitchen cabinets are too, but as soon as you start building trust with your neighbors and treating them to the foods they like, they will help you open up those locks. I have never seen the cozy but creepy atmosphere done this well in a video game. It is a curious mix of genres, and Creature Kitchen nails it at every step. Most of the heavy lifting in terms of creating this creepy horror vibe is done by the graphics straight from the early 2000s and absolutely incredible sound design. The sound of chopping vegetables is ominous and violent, the stand mixer produces the noise of a chainsaw, and your oven's otherworldly hum sends shivers down the spine before finishing with a comical microwave ping. The game presents your freshly cooked pancakes with a sound more fit for discovering a severed limb in an old-school horror game, and the contrast is hilarious. While the critters are quite weary of you at the start, understandably so, the more acquaintances you make, the more the forest starts moving into your home bit by bit. Mr. Raccoon, who lives under your porch and is marked in the album as Trash Cat, is deathly scared of you when you first make an appearance, but a couple of sandwiches later he starts climbing onto your porch and sitting in the rocking chair, which is one of the funniest things in the game. It did scare me a couple of times when I was going back home from trying to find more friends in the darkness of the woods, but I quickly got used to it. Creature Kitchen is also incredible at not only creating the creepy atmosphere, but maintaining it throughout the entire experience. After feeding a few critters, I realized that even though they might look and behave weirdly, they are ultimately friend-shaped, and it means that I'm completely safe and there is nothing to be afraid of or suspicious about. However, the game constantly throws in new details and small events that make you doubt if it's okay to be whipping up breakfast dishes for a pixelated giant whose thunderous steps outside make the entire house quake. Even after you've figured out the flow, the game keeps you on your toes because literally anything can happen at any moment. What if there is a knock at the door? What if one of them can knock or speak? The cozy part of this game is supported not only by the act of cooking for someone else, which is one of the strongest expressions of care, but also by the notes of the previous tenant and the notes that you jot down in the album once you fed a new friend. Whoever previously lived here cared very deeply about the creatures of the forest and considered them all close friends, no matter shape or size. They dearly hope you will be able to take good care of them and forge many friendships, despite the quirkiness of some creatures. The notes you take in the album yourself add both to the coziness and creepiness of Creature Kitchen. Some are lovely, like "she seems to love music," and some are like "I do not think it is actually a dog." Mechanically, the game is pretty simple. You have no inventory and can only hold one item at a time. After you flip through the cooking manual left for you by the previous person, it becomes clear that all dishes are cooked in the oven. You can use the mixer for things like dough or sauces, and the knife and the cutting board for chopping. And that's all there is to it. By exploring the house or the outside and solving simple puzzles, you find recipe cards that are instantly added to your recipe book, along with the commentaries of your predecessor. The ingredients are stored in the magic fridge that never runs out of them, or in the endless pantry. As soon as you discover a new ingredient, either of those, depending on the type of the ingredient, will have an infinite supply of it from now on, so you can just start cooking right away. If you accidentally lose something important, I threw away my camera once by misclicking, there is a lost and found box on your porch where you can reclaim your lost possessions. Creature Kitchen is a delightful, delightful game that I recommend with all my heart. It is pretty short, 2 to 3 hours, or maybe a little more if you want all the achievements, but it's been a while since I've played something so complete and so wholesome. I also encourage you to visit the developer's website. The link is in the pinned comment below. It is certainly an adventure of its own. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.